Guys, when we go harvest, just remember that there's snakes out. Okay?
Okay.
So watch where you're stepping. Always keep an eye out. Take care of each other's.
I got it.
And when you get them, just squeeze them
And twist them.
and twist. We're out here, we're harvesting Jordan, teaching them how to harvest, teaching them why it's important.
I did it again.
Good job. Why do we harvest Jordan, Trent?
It's fresh for your body.
It's fresh for your body. It's also fun to pick because look at, we're all together, we're all out here harvesting together as a family. In the legend, in the story, corn was the one who gave us Jordan. And so we use it in order to eat, to take care of us, and to keep our culture and traditions alive. Many of the kids got taken out to boarding schools and taken away from their families and forced into boarding schools. I have young kids and I could never imagine the things that they had to go through. Not getting to participate in the ceremonies or in that process of planting or hearing the songs, hearing the legends during the winter time. There's really a trauma that set in with the people. Border Patrol will come flying around. They're the ones that come in the helicopters. We are under constant surveillance. You know, there's those other factors that kind of kept people away, and one of them, you know, being Border Patrol, kind of that uncertainty of when you go out into the desert, if you're gonna be scrutinized because you're out there, and they're gonna stop you, question you, what are you doing? To be all of them, to practice, to do these things, and then to be, you know, questioned in that way, to look down upon in that way, it seems like, well, are we doing it wrong? Should we be doing this? Should we be continuing on? But there are those that are really encouraging and know why we continue these. We continue because it's who we are as Autumn. It's our way of life. They say it's Autumn Himadan. It's the people's way of life.
Ta tai cho chema I poi na ho don ya na mai sho shon cho na hiru ya ro ta tai cho chema I poi na si na.
2 years ago, lost an aunt, my mom's sister, both my mom's sisters, and then I have other aunts who with diabetes. And it's really common in a lot of families here in our community.
And I went and they told me I had diabetes, and I cried and cried and cried because I said, I don't know, how did I get it and all this stuff, But now that I have diabetes, I try to watch what I eat. Our ancestors didn't have diabetes because they ate off the land. They ate like geodim and wild spinach. My husband used to work with Toka, and he did starting gardening, teaching the kids how to plant and different kinds of foods.
Diabetes stops your blood from flowing through your heart. Then they have to chop it off. My grandma died of it. Oh, the baby.
So that really help our plants grow.
That's enough.
Grow plentiful when they're coming out. But we gotta make sure you guys feed them water. So So what I do is just educate community members about our traditional foods and the importance of our traditional foods, not only on the health aspect but also on the cultural significant aspect as well.
And so every year we work with different classes and help kids really understand where good healthy food comes from. When we would work with the classes, they actually would start with songs and with seeds and plant them and take care of them and then actually nurture them, water them, take care of them, weed them, and then when it's time to harvest, they harvest them.
Vendors coming to the villages selling different things like flour, lard, candy, ice cream, and we got spoiled on that one. We're not used to all this food that they gave us, the lard, the starch, the white flour, all that stuff. Everything's fried, and that's, we're starting getting sick and, what they call American disease, white people's disease.
Us working with elders and collecting recipes, we've gotten a lot of attention worldwide because we are a restaurant that focuses on indigenous native food. A lot of the foods and our most popular dishes are the wild foods that have been collected, like our choya buds. Our choya bud pico de gallo is one of our favorites.
This is our homeland, and these are our plants that grow out here wild, and then the foods that we still have, that we still grow, that we plant in our gardens and in our farms. Tohono grows its traditional crops, and we've been working for the past couple of years each summer to bring this food back and mostly bring it back for the people.
Kya ho tam, what yo